I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast, formerly on Pornhub, the Smackin It Raw podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcast, and the Warden Matt Ritter. And that's why. That's on me. Will, if you see this, it did not send. I sent it, and I didn't see that it said try again. So it is now sent.
Boo.
So, hey, that's on Twitter or the internet. That's not on me. But I'm here with my co-host. She is host of She Leads Showcase, Inside the Mind of In the Crowd and Storytime with Ms. Katie Kinsey. Baby.
Hi.
Allison, tell Will I'm sorry. I thought it sent, but it didn't send. But it's sent now. Which means, if you guys haven't caught by all of that we will be joined by the Will Gray. And when he gets here, I'll give him a proper intro. But it's Bad Blood. It's NXT on the CW. It's a big fucking week in wrestling. We got a lot to fucking talk about. And I'm fucking excited.
Oui. Yes, we do. It's been a long week.
My weeks actually don't really feel that long now.
Well, what the fuck is that like?
It's nice. But before that, while we're waiting on Will, you guys can be watching us live on twitch.tv/creationworld, where if you have Amazon Prime and you have Prime Gaming, wasn't that the thing we're doing?
No. No, you're adding a third one. It's just two things. It's
okay.
Just two things.
Well, anyway, if you have Amazon Prime and Prime Gaming, you guys...
Now there's a third thing.
What does this mean to you? It does not mean acknowledge the tribal chief.
No.
I was just going to leave him back there until I was done plugging Twitch.
No, because it's funny, because you try to bring up three things, and there's only two things, and now here's the third thing. It's Will.
Okay, well, the two things are Twitch and Amazon Prime, and when you put those together, you get a third thing. And that third thing is a free subscription that you can use on Twitch for your favorite content streamers, like us, me specifically, and Creation World, or it could be Katie over there, or it could be Rivet City Radio, or specifically the purveyor of Rivet City Radio, host of Botch Spots and Chair Shots, a chef by trade, a mark by choice, the Will Gray, who, I am sorry, I absolutely sent that thing like half an hour ago and I thought it went through. See, like it's over here, and I don't even I just sent it and I didn't even look. So it was just, in my head it was sent, we were good.
First and foremost, I want to say hello to you and Katie. We know, both of you especially know, I operate very much on Will Gray time. So I usually don't show up until like 5 minutes till I'm supposed to be here anyways. So when I saw your message, it's so funny. I'm going to tell the story real quick and I'll hand it back. We're watching Bad Blood and watching the press conference, and they were like, aren't you supposed to be live? And, literally, I go, I look at my phone and I see your text message and it's the knife emoji. And I said, I guess I got cut. And Bo goes, yeah, because him and Katie are live like right now. And I was like, huh? And then you sent me the link. You were like, yeah, I sent the link. And I was like digging through all my messages, checking both of your accounts for Getting Off and for Smackin It Raw. And I was like, I don't have a link. And then I hear on her computer, you go, oh, fuck. I never sent the link.
I did send it. It didn't send. I sent it. It said it failed. I had hit try again.
The possibility of me missing the link and still being late is very plausible, though. So I see Matt's concern. He spoke to me today. He knew I was alive. He knew I was coming, both literally and figuratively. But the thing is like, I was sitting here and I was just like, and then it happened. So I'm here. It's good to see you both. I love you both.
Love you too. Speaking of coming, youtube.com/creation world, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Will, what does that do?
It boosts the algorithm and it helps find new listeners.
And why is that important, Katie?
Oh, sorry, I was reading TC stuff. Because you're a whore. It's true. I just saw it on Twitter.
You just saw it on Twitter?
Yeah, some a fan took it. For those who are confused, streets are saying Cody got laid out by Kevin Owens. He also said, "Don't shut the stream down." Yeah, KO beat the shit out of Cody outside of his doorbus.
Oh. Where on Twitter did you see that I'm a whore, though?
Oh, I mean, you say it all the time.
Well, 'cause you said you're a whore. I saw it on Twitter, so I thought somebody on Twitter called me a whore.
Well, you call yourself a whore on Twitter.
Maybe. Point is, I am a whore.
You do.
For your likes, for your comments, for your attention, which is why we're here doing this. And as Will said, like, comment, subscribe, all of that, boost the algorithm. Whole point is to get more engagement, not just from you, but from the people that you love and the people that you hate. For me, for my attention, to fuel me, to keep me going. So do all of those things and tell all of your loved ones about us so that they can come check us out, whether they like nerd news and nerdy shit, games, movies, all that. Wrestling, which is also nerdy shit, or horror, which is also nerdy shit. All the nerdy shit you guys can get right here at Creation World. Come check it out. Follow us and flick that bean. This is back to the part where I said people are going to come. Hit that notification bell. Get notified every time we go live every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time for the Creation Conversation. 9 p.m. every other Friday CST for Getting Off, and every Saturday 9 p.m. because PLEs end early now for Smackin It Raw. And with all that said, Katie, we got a lot to talk about at Bad Blood, but I am gonna save it. So we're gonna cliff notes of news.
Okay. Elimination Chamber is going to be in the UK. They don't know where yet, in March. AEW got that Max deal, got that Max money. Simultaneously streaming on TNT and TBS, and also Max, and their pay-per-views will be on Max for a discounted price. So, yes.
Do we know what that means or how that works? Like, are we going to have to pay more for Max to get the pay-per-views, or are we going to be able to buy the pay-per-views on Max?
I know the answer. The press release states that the pay-per-views will be on Max at a discounted price to what they are currently on Bleacher Report, meaning your Max payment will not change, but in order to get them on Max, you will pay a fee. Like, it would be like paying old school way of paying for a pay-per-view on like your cable bill, right? So you're going to pay for Max, and then when you get the pay-per-view, your next bill will have the $25 or $30 or whatever they charge us for.
Yeah,
I
mean, it's better than
$50. I don't know what the actual cost is, but that's essentially how it's going to work.
If it's discounted, it better be less than fucking $40, Tony Khan.
We paid $92 for All In and All Out as a package deal, and they were worth it. But to pay what we do for Max and then still have to pay $40 or $50 a shows is nuts.
No,
what Al pays for Max. Let's just be real.
See, I bundle my Max with my Hulu and my Disney, so I pay all one package, which was nice. So it's like $30, I think. So it's like $10 a fucking streaming service, which I'm not mad at.
Still stupid. Tatum Paxley and Javier got married over the weekend.
Hot Body Javi?
Yeah. They got married. Yeah.
He has low standards. All right, cool.
That's crazy. Rumble, February 1st, Indianapolis. We already know. Luchasaurus, not doing too hot, collapsed last week. and has pneumonia in both lungs. Literally not doing too well. Last update I heard, he was okay-ish, as okay as you can be from all of that. Yeah, that's scary because Luchasaurus is a pretty young guy, and
Is
he's on the younger side. He's not in his 50s.
Oh, we're considering 40s younger.
I assumed like 35 is how old he was.
Let's find out.
I don't know how old he actually is. It's Googleable.
It's what? It's yes.
It's who? It's Googleable.
39.
Oh. I mean,
He will be 40 before my next daughter is born.
whoa.
And that's the one baking. I'm not saying like the next one after that. The one that's still baking.
The one that's
We're
baking.
done after that.
That's
We're
crazy.
done after that. Yeah. Well, I explained this to Zoe because Kate made Zoe ask me where babies come from, and I said, "So you know how like when mommy makes cookies, how like she makes the dough and all of that, and then she puts it in the oven? Yeah. Well, that daddy's the baker and mommy's the oven.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
That's
they mentioned
actually
again.
baby batter. That's it. That's all I got to say. It makes sense. Well played.
I don't like. Okay. I mean, they like mentioned it on Raw, but I'll just say it because it was just a quick off thing. Dragunov's out for 6 to 9 months for a torn ACL, which fucking sucks. Because I had a whole plan. I had a whole plan in my head for everything that I wanted to happen in War Games, and now nothing's going to happen. And then Gunther had the audacity to call that man weak. That's bullshit. Fuck you, Gunther. I'm done.
All right. Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Braun and Jey Uso make out respectfully, which was cute.
Was that
Consensual as fuck.
It was consensual and it was respectful as fuck. It's the closest you're going to get to two male wrestlers making out after fighting.
I just don't know why male wrestlers just won't kiss. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. Just kiss.
You're not watching GCW. Go back and watch this last year's clusterfuck.
I don't want to watch GCW, Will.
Braun and Jay, spit or swallow?
Swallow.
Always going to swallow. Jay is killing it right now. I'm a big fan of Braun. I think it's just not his time yet, and his time will come, and he'll be a world champion. So big ups to both of them.
Babyface Braun.
All right. Rey Mysterio has a wardrobe malfunction, and Xavier Woods might just be the Justin Timberlake in this situation. Regardless, Xavier Woods mounts Rey for a 3 count, and then Kofi gives Woods a hand-me-down IC title shot because he's a nice guy. He's like, I got an IC title shot, but you know what? I said you should have it.
So someone tell me how Kofi's not the bad guy here, but I'll wait.
I mean, he did give him the IC title shot, so like...
As pity. As fucking pity. He probably went up. He probably went up and was like, "Hey, yo, listen, Oos, can I get that?" While Woods was out there fucking wrestling.
True, but I like the idea of Woods laying into it because he did be like, "I didn't do it on purpose." He was, he made it a point to reference the fact it was on accident, but it wasn't. He wasn't apologetic about doing it. He was just like, yo, it was an accident. You know what I mean? And I like that he kind of laid into it because people are saying he's the heel. And the WWE's doing a good job of this right now because you and I, Katie, may not have been you and I, but I think it was, had a very similar conversation about this on this very show about Rhea and Liv. Like Liv's not the bad guy. Rhea is. You know what I mean? Like, but this is very similar. WWE has a good way of doing this through storytelling, of making us unsure of who the good guy and the bad guy is until the end of the story. And I appreciate that as a wrestling fan.
All right. Lyra Valkyria versus Zoe Stark, not my daughter. Sonya vaguely seduces Lyra with promises of biting while she ain't a place with herself in the background. She was shuffling cards for those of you with dirty minds. She was playing with herself. Lyra can't handle 3 women at the same time, so after the loss, Disco Ninja Sex Party make the save, and then something happened backstage, but Isla Dawn was dressed like a schoolgirl, so something happened.
I can't stand you.
It's not my fault.
Okay, Snitsky.
This segment doesn't ring true in my brain. I don't really remember it, so I'm just gonna say I gargle it undecidedly. But I will make the public statement now that I will forever spit Zoe Stark, because there's only room for one Zoe in my life. Right?
Amen.
Right? You see what I did there? I'm a good friend.
You are. Even though you won't play fucking Fortnite with me. Anyway, Katie,
That's
what you got?
That's wild. I'm swallowing all this. I love Lyra. I just put K2 in my notes because that's what they K squared. So they came back. I mean,
Disco Ninja Sex Party.
Yeah. Like, she did get her nose fucking shattered, so obviously it took a minute to like come back. And then in the back, Alba and Isla were saying that Disco Ninja Sex Party do not deserve the titles just because they came back and blah blah blah. Blah. Yeah. Katana got like real angry, and like Kaden and Lyra had to like calm her down. So it's a whole thing. But they'll probably be like a tag team match next week, if I were to guess.
But what was Isla wearing?
Was Schoolgirl uniform?
I was going to say, you couldn't have asked me what the color of Alba's hair was at that point, and I wouldn't have been able to answer.
This white woman has all of you in a chokehold. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, most women have me in a chokehold, or I wish they would. Anyway, Philip Jesus Brooks and Drew Judas McIntyre meet in a cell. Drew and an oddly confident Adam Pearce are twinning in funeral attire. Punk is giving Drew intense sex eyes as Drew delivers an award-worthy oral performance on the mic, hyping up their match at Bad Blood.
Swap. It was Spy versus Spy. Remade into real people. If you know, you know. I tweeted about it. I was very proud of my tweet.
I'm going to save most of this for when we get to Bad Blood. My only beef with this segment was that Punk didn't bleed gushers in that all-white suit.
Yeah, I know. That's what everyone wants to see. It gave me very much Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25 vibes. With, Jesus in the white and the devil in the black. Yeah, well, they all
We couldn't remember if it was 25 or 26 because we had that conversation too.
Rhea goes girl on girl with a self-proclaimed homewrecker while bisexual Taker tries again to take 4 men at the same time, but again also cannot handle the gangbang. Side note, you can now pay WWE money to have Dom's face between your ass cheeks.
That's the dumbest thing they could have ever made. 1. 2, calling yourself a homewrecker and being proud, that's a choice. I'm not saying a correct choice, but a choice. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. This is like a telenovela.
It is.
And it just when you thought it was over, but we're not there yet. Apparently, much like a voyeur with a pair of binoculars and a tree outside your window, the Wyatt Six has found its next potential conquest, but we don't know who it is. Also, WWE is on some fucking bullshit. All right?
Why now?
How dare you seduce me with the Bray Wyatt skin for... I'm not buying Do you know what this economy is like? I'm not buying that video game. But now I'm really upset that I'm not buying that video game because I probably wouldn't even play it, but I just want to own it for that.
What game?
Fuck you. WWE 2K24.
It's it's on Game Pass starting this
I'm
month.
also not buying Game Pass because again, this economy. I have a second
Fair.
child.
No, fair.
I have a second child. I
Wyatt
think it's
6
Xavier
New
Woods.
Conquest. You think it's Woods?
I think it's Woods or
Kofi.
it's someone in the New Day. It has to be, because every time New Day shenanigans happen, the Thing shows up a segment or two after. So it's one of them.
All right.
I have a wild prediction. A returning Alexa Bliss.
I mean, I hope. But
she returns and they immediately set their sights on her for turning on Bray at WrestleMania, whatever the fuck it was in Tampa.
That's how I feel.
37? 36? 36 was the shit show in the PC. 37.
Yeah, 37.
Could have said it.
William, I have a question for you. Thick Boy Taz versus Choo Choo Strowman was what kind of match?
A big meaty men slap and meat match?
I wasn't going to ask Katie because she wouldn't go along with it last week, but you were all on board. Last Monster Erect.
Last Monster Erect. Man, I've slept since then, and I have smoked a copious amount of high-grade THC tonight, sir. I apologize.
It's all right. Because from the windows to the walls, till Adam Pearce finds his balls, till Seth Rollins curb stomps Bronson Reed and helps the choo-choo train get the win, or whatever the fuck Little John said. Last Monster Erect, Braun Strowman.
Bars. Fucking bars. That's your TikTok clip this week.
God damn it.
I thought I was going to make you do a spit take.
That was good.
Not on this laptop. No. Mm-mm.
Are you drinking a Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Mike's Harder Black Cherry. And yes, I am.
Yeah. Is it that kind of a party?
It's always that kind of a party, Will.
Okay, hold on a second then.
He got up so fast. Oh my god.
Well, while he's doing that, Last Monster Erect, Bitter Swallow.
Last Monster Standing. Yeah, it was a good match. Sethery Rollins, Mr. Freakin' came back. Did not expect
Everybody's coming this week. Coming back this week. Everyone's coming back this week.
I hear a cold one crack from the distance.
Oh, yes.
No, I liked it. I expected the ring to break more, so I was a little disappointed by the ring breakage, but other than that, it was good.
All right.
Anything?
Oh, go ahead, Will.
I thought it was a good match. The ring breaking was awesome.
We all knew it was happening because you guys just can't let us have nice things. Everyone's got to be on the internet. And Will, you're guilty of this. I'm looking directly at you. They don't have LED signs. They're breaking the ring. And it's like, God damn it. Why can't you just let me be in my happy land of bliss and be surprised when it happens?
I have taken on this role. Of, and you know how they say, we're going to peek behind the curtain? If you follow me on Twitter, what I have decided to do is grab that motherfucker and rip the pipe and drape straight the fuck down. I notice everything they do. Tonight I tweeted, I said, live monitors under the ring. There's somebody down there. You know what I mean? Jimmy Uso was laying under the ring the whole fucking night. We'll get there.
I'm glad
Spoilers!
We're going to get there.
Katie, quick question. Do you see Will's video freezing too, or is it just me? Okay.
Do you want me to back out and come back in? Al sent me a message and said the same thing.
It did it last week too.
I just want to check. I mean, I can hear you, and honestly, unless there are people in the chat who are very upset by watching you frequently pause, I think we're all right as long as I can still hear you. Will does like to.
If it becomes an issue, let me know. It'll take me 90 seconds to shut everything down and come right back.
Is there anything from Raw that was not good enough for Ritter that you guys want to speak on? Katie.
R-Truth came back. I like R-Truth. I still laughed. I still chuckled.
Okay, so
fuck the Miz, but R-Truth was back.
I had it in my notes and I took it out. So basically, the truth is not so awesome. Cross finally gets a win by seducing Miz, which led to the universe watching Truth get fucked no lube.
Oh. Okay. You got words like that. But, I mean, we should have known, fuck you, Karrion Kross. You're just standing back. He's standing everywhere, just in the back, standing there all menacingly. Fuck you, Karrion Kross. Weird ass bitch. But that's
Carry
literally
on.
the only thing I had. Of
He also drives this little sissy hatchback.
course he does, because he's a little bitch.
All right. The debut episode of NXT on the CW, which actually had like 800,000, almost 900,000 viewers. Shout out to NXT pulling that number in on their debut. You cannot have a new debut on a new network without new belts and two old dudes doing an old ass gimmick. But you know what? I still fucking love it. I do. They may be bald. Sean might look like a cancer patient. It doesn't matter. I fucking love it. I said might. He might.
No, it's fine. I look like a cancer patient and I'm sexy as fuck.
You are. You got that chemo riz.
Katie's like, I can't stand you guys.
New belts. Spit or swallow. DX. Spit or swallow.
I will always swallow DX no matter what. I'm a big Shawn Michaels and Triple H like staunch supporters of both of them in most cases. I also feel like the new belts, I don't like them, to be honest. I'm going to spit them. I think they went too far. They almost look like UFC belts.
I don't think they look bad though.
I don't say they don't look bad. I just, for my taste, they look like a blend of the old WWE ECW belt, the big like silver one, and they look like a UFC title. Had a baby, and that belt came out.
There's not an actual pause button, but I'm going to pause. Listen, Allison. All right, so I am still working my way through the Vince doc. I've got one more episode to watch because I'm watching with Kate, so we have to watch when we have time. And unfortunately, I have married myself to watching all of this wrestling, so documentaries and things take a back seat. I just watched the episode where Sean talked about wearing the bicycle shorts and stuffing them with gauze before he went out. And then here is CM Punk standing in front of Shawn Michaels and Triple H with bicycle shorts stuffed in basically the Shawn Michaels referee gear outfit it was beautifully done. And I think that was all CM Punk. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, I'm from Chicago and I just believe that is just how things in Chicago look. Everything's bigger in Chicago. That's what they say, right?
That's literally not the correct. Okay.
I think that's the.
No, they're not that much different than the previous NXT versions.
Yeah, they're a little more just black and white and less colorful. They just took the color out,
which is crazy.
We had girl on girl for the NXT Women's title. Julia almost finished Roxanne, then Roxanne almost finished Julia. The crowd is getting edged and loving it. Cora Jade slips in Julia while the ref is distracted and helps Roxanne retain. And then backstage, Roxanne's like, hey, I remember when we used to be friends, and maybe if we hate the same people, we can do that again. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Spit the shit out of this, all of it. Bad call. Bad booking decision. Mr. Hickenbottom, you have been cooking, as they say, and from one chef to another.
So, while I do agree with you, I do think that they have had big plans for Cora Jade for a while. And I believe this is gearing up for Julia and Stephanie versus Cora and Roxanne, which I am excited for. And we can crown Julia at a bigger PLE than just, I mean, it is a debut episode, but listen, we're not AEW. We're not doing WCW things around here. This is still WWE, or as people that I hate on the internet call it, the Fed. And we're doing Fed things. We don't just do title changes like that on free TV for shits and giggles all the time.
Shits and gigs.
Yeah. Katie?
You're right. There probably are big plans for Cora Jade. If she can hold her knees together, she would have the plans already. You make fun of Tegan Knox all the fucking time. Cora Jade
And
is
you
just as bad
every time I do it.
because you are not equal with the knee hate.
Well, they
am
both got
100%
Nikita
equal with
Lyons
the
knees, so it don't matter.
Fakita just came back on a live show. She's rocking Stone Cold Steve Austin double knee braces.
Yeah, but
bitches
the
all got
reason
bad
her knees.
knees.
Hold on. At least Fakita's got a reason. Her knees are holding up a whole lot of cake. All right.
Well, I'm just saying, if Cora would stop getting hurt, she could have had these big plans already.
I don't disagree with you. She has also got the curse of Tegan Knox's knees. But every time I say something about the curse of Tegan Knox's knees, Tegan Knox, the ghost of Tegan
Not
Knox's
Tegan
knees,
Knox. It's not her fault.
you get mad at me.
This is all Stone Cold's fault. He's the one who had double knee braces first. This is his
All
fault.
right. Well, you're going to continue to be mad at me. Pete Wentz and Wesley Lee hammer each other with every toy they can find. Chairs, trash cans, kendo sticks, chains, whips, dildos, everything Chicago has to offer. Pete Wentz completely missed the table spot because he sucks. Pete Wentz gets emo and starts crying about not wanting to hurt his friend and gets kicked in the dick and a bondage knee to the chest. Wesley Lee gets the win.
So I didn't actually watch this match. During this time I was looking for the shirt I was trying to wear to Dynamite the next night, so I could hear it in the background. I didn't really watch anything. I saw the table botch and then the ending. So, yay! Yeah, he did say Pete Wentz because he sucks and he hates me, and it's Zachary Wentz.
It's Pete Wentz.
It's not.
And then Patrick Stump is still hurt, and that's kind of why this whole thing was happening.
It's MattShittyKids.com, not a real website.
It could be.
And again, it is Pete Wentz because I made it very clear last week that unlike Sheamus, I am very respectful and only call people by their correct names. All right?
His name is not Pete Wentz.
Hometown hero, the Don, Tony D'Angelo, goes on Miz TV looking fly as fuck. The Miz has almost nothing to say as these two go back and forth. The Don says he's turned that fear into motivation, and Oba thinks Tony still has PTSD. And I'm not going to lie to you, by the look on Tony's face, I'm not 100% sure Oba was wrong, but I am 95% sure Tony D'Angelo is walking out with that NXT North American title in St. Louis.
That was the correct answer.
You can find me in St. Louis.
Because if he doesn't. Hold on. Don't go past this yet. Oba
I was just going to say
Femi...
spit or swallow.
Oh, well, I thought you were just going to move on. I'm
Spit or
swallowing.
swallow.
But I don't know why Oba Femi fucking thinks he's Thanos, thinking he's inevitable. No. You will be taken down by the Don, Tony D'Angelo, next week. I just don't... I get it. You're the longest reigning North American champion. Congratulations. That's a huge feat. Proud of you, bud. I am an Oba feminist, but I fucking love Tony D'Angelo. I respect the Don. I respect the family. Tony D'Angelo needs to win in St. Louis.
Tony D'Angelo wished Rika happy birthday today.
in the calf, because Matt put a picture and
here. Listen, I'm not saying I got this directly from Tony D'Angelo, but I'm also not saying that's not a thing. Here, I'll send it to you, Will, so you can see.
Happy birthday, Reek. Since it's still his birthday.
Happy birthday, Reek.
Will, thoughts before we move on?
I will forever swallow anything Tony D'Angelo, especially that happy birthday Reek picture. I genuinely think he's the best thing happening on WWE's best TV show. And again, I will say it forever. When they do put him on the main card, make him the underboss of the main roster, running shiesty mafia shit in the back, APA style. That's what he needs to be doing on Netflix. There you go. Always Tony D. Always.
Team Pound Cake can't get on the same page before their fight against Fatal Attraction. Fallon Henley and JC Jane eat Lola's ass in the corner together. Jada thinks Lola tried to kick her after she put one in JC's chin to make the save. Lola gets shoved into Jada's backside while she's distracted by Jasmine Nix. And Jada says, fuck this, and leaves. Fatal Attraction gets the win. You know why?
Because
JC Jane is a fake ass bitch.
It's my favorite clip.
I say it every time because it's funny. I had a feeling you were gonna bring it up, so I didn't even go searching for it. So,
also, real quick, Kalani had a backup plan in case this happened, which was the baddest women in WWE, Jade and Bianca, who wiped the floor with a fake ass bitch and friends.
Fatal Influence.
Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Influence.
Swallow, Jade, and Bianca, spit everything else.
Can they coexist? No, they can't. They never can. It's fine. Whatever. The match happened.
Yeah. This is one of those, it was just, for some reason, this week NXT was a really long time ago.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
We had a very big announcement that has me very excited. And that is that arguably, probably, most likely my favorite now PLE former TV special, Halloween Havoc, is officially a PLE. And it looks like we will be getting the debut of Delta at Halloween Havoc.
Little baby
also,
Rhea.
Shotzi Blackheart is back in the ring training. And listen to me, Sean, there is only one host of Halloween Havoc, and her name is Shotzi motherfucking Blackheart. Please.
With an asterisk for Scarlet Bordeaux. So
we can bring Scarlet with, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I need Shotzi.
It only makes sense.
If she hosts and doesn't wrestle, it'll be fine.
Oh, well. Philip Jesus Brooks makes Lexis King tolerable, not his facial hair though, and calls the match right down the middle just like he promised. But he also covered up the short shorts and hid the moose knuckle, which was a spit for me. Punk crowns Trick the new champ and puts Ethan to sleep. And of course the internet cried, oh, CM Punk's doing the thing that he said that he gets mad at other people doing because Trick won and he took his moment away by hitting Ethan Page with the GT. Shut the fuck up.
Breathe.
Trick Williams won the title. I didn't even, until I saw you guys crying about it, I didn't think anything of it because we zoomed out and we saw Trick and then that happened. It was just like a thing. Like, okay, yeah, fuck Ethan Page. Like, I didn't at all take that as, oh, Trick is less than CM Punk and the focus is on CM Punk. Like, Trick is your new fucking champion with the new pretty belt. Two-time NXT champion.
First ever two-time black NXT champion. Swallow. Is that what that era again?
Would you say, Will?
Oh, yeah. Swallow. And I know sometimes words are hard for people. But the whole idea, and I saw the same thing, Matt, the discourse. People can't get mad when it makes sense. And this made complete fucking sense. Ethan's ego got in the way the whole time and cost him his title. And then after Trick won clean-ish, Punk hit his finish to a certain dominance. To me, all of it made sense.
I'm all about asserting dominance.
Yeah, me too. As long as it's consensual, of course.
Of course. All right. AE-Dub. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there anything NXT that wasn't good enough for Ritter that you guys want to talk about? But I'm pretty sure I covered fucking everything.
I think
in Chicago. It was in Chicago. It was the debut. Yeah, I had it all. All right. Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati declares war on AEW and calls Daniel, son of Bryan, daddy, which is kind of hot. Darby does a promo from his house, talks about his kink to be spat on. Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati reminds him of this time he had 3 guys in the back of a bus, and this led to an open challenge. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about, but his house seemed nice.
He was outside on like some broken down cars.
Listen, just because he's homeless doesn't mean it's his house.
He's not homeless
That's how-
anymore.
You don't know that.
I do know that because he
Do
said
you have his address?
no, because I don't want.
Oh,
his
because
address.
he said so?
And that's
I'm a
fine.
millionaire.
You might be the closest out of the three of us.
Honestly, yeah. So shut up, Matt. Yeah, no, I can tell you who answered his open challenge.
Who?
Because we're probably not going to talk about Collision. Brody King came out and attacked that poor boy, so it was going to be Brody King versus Darby Allin at Wrestle Dream now. Again, because what else is there for Darby to do? Get the shit beat out of him by Brody King.
Makes sense.
Works for me.
Spit, swallow.
I don't care. I was there and I just
Okay.
wasn't really paying attention.
Gargle undecidedly.
Katie was there. Katie, you know what you got to see while you were there? Rick O'Shea versus William Ospreay. Probably have a real. These guys probably have really acrobatic sex, like individually. With zero charisma, Rick O'Shea was asked what his favorite surface to bounce on was, and he couldn't even like make an entertaining comment. He just kind of smiled and looked, and then RJ City was like, "Yeah, we know. Shout out to her." Like, could you please show me how you pulled Samantha by like some semblance of charisma or something? Anything, Rick?
I mean,
You've obviously never done a 69 shooting star.
I have not. I guarantee you I have not.
Change
My
your
bad
life.
ass is not doing that.
I mean,
They also had a match.
He's ugly. He's not a bad looking guy.
No, he's very attractive. He's a handsome guy, and he likes a finger in his ass. Like, I get there's appeal. They also had a match. Both guys beat each other off at the same time. I heard the match was getting restarted, but then I went to check on Zoe brushing her teeth, came back, and Mercedes was on the screen, so I have no idea what the fuck happened with that.
I can tell you.
Well, yeah, because you were there. Hence the start of this.
So match ends because both men's shoulders were on the mat, but no part of Ricochet was covering Will Ospreay, so it didn't really make sense. So then everyone in the crowd was like, 5 more minutes, do it again, blah, 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 because it was a great match to watch. Flippy dippy shit. Really fun to watch live. So I was like, hell yeah, 5 more minutes, let's fucking go. And then they restart the match, beat each other for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then Takeshita comes out, beats up both men, and now we have a triple threat for the title at Wrestle Dream.
Beautiful. Good for Takeshita. Hey,
Yeah.
look, I said his name right because I've been doing that anyway.
You haven't.
Evil Hangman pounded ass boys backstage, and then pounds on Hardcock Juice, son of Robin. Then he hangs him, and everyone is shocked as if he isn't called Hangman. Swiss cheese makes the save.
Diego Luna, let's fucking go. It's not who I wanted to come back in any capacity. There he is. He didn't come back at all, and I was very sad. I enjoyed this, but I also got them fighting literally this far away. So
Yes,
I enjoyed myself.
We saw you in a picture.
I am in a picture. I have a full video in the vlog I just put up of my experience. It was fun. Well,
Obligatory Jericho spit, but at least he is infecting ROH, and hopefully he goes there and stays the fuck off Dynamite, so I don't have to see him.
are you gonna let Will like say anything about the match, or are you just gonna like skip over him?
Will doesn't like these kind of matches. He doesn't like any of these people. So
I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Oh, I'm sorry, Will. What do you have to say about Evil Hangman lynching people in the middle of the ring?
This was the
Hard
Jay
cock
White
is
thing,
up.
right?
Yes,
Yes.
Jay White.
That's right. He fought the lumberjack Juice Robinson, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Hard
All of a
Juice, son
sudden,
of Robin.
Yeah, dude, my brain lagged, not my computer this time, but I'm back up to speed now. I was okay with this. This is gonna be weird. It's one of those weird, like, bizarro Will Gray in wrestling moments because I'm kind of into the Bang Bang Gang, y'all. Like the Guns and Juice Robinson, like Plus, he's married to Tony Storm, so he's obviously like maybe the Mount Rushmore of luckiest dudes on the planet right now. So, I mean, what's not to love about him? Then he did the lumberjack thing, and then he came out and got all beat up by Hangman and gave us Swiss cheese back. And one of my favorite things about Swiss cheese is when you age it and it just sets a little bit longer, it gets really fucking
stays
good.
White.
Yeah, and it stays if you age it perfectly, it will stay super duper white. And this Swiss cheese stayed super white. And when he came out, I was like, huh. I exhaled a little bit more abruptly from my nose. And I may have applauded. I may have been like, oh, good on you. Good on you, Mr. White. You're here. So I'll swallow this.
All right. Obligatory Jericho spit. Hopefully he goes to ROH.
You know how mad I was that I had to
Don't
see
do it, Will.
that live? I had to see Chris Jericho twice live do things. Who did I piss off in a past life? Because what the fuck?
Goldberg.
No. I hate that man. Don't.
Go ahead, Will.
Now hear me out.
No.
No.
I'm swallowing TV time this week.
Oh, no.
I told you, weird, bizarro, Will Gray. But when I realized he was calling this segment now TV time, I was like,
here we go again.
Why are you looping it?
Like, that was real good. I was really happy with it. Then when he came out and he's doing it, I was like, Chris Jericho is being an old school heel to the like nth degree because he's intentionally hating on everybody.
Whatever.
Stop it. Stop playing with the sounds.
He tried to throw me out.
Will. He kept looking.
I give
he did
no
that on
love
purpose,
time.
and he succeeded because I was like, is that coming from my TV? I kept looking for like an ad that came unmuted or something, and I was like, where's that sound coming?
That's really
that knew what he was doing. I'm swallowing the fuck out of TV time. I'm swallowing Chris Jericho in the learning tree.
Say what?
I love you. I'm sorry.
Burning the tree to the ground.
All right. So sex ed teacher loses to an OBGYN after an oral exam. Sex ed teacher goes for extra credit, but Queen Aminata says, nah, school's out for the summer. Willow doesn't like the words coming out of Mariah's mouth. Christopher Daniels has to make room for the Holy Spirit.
That match happened.
Yes.
Did I care? Absolutely not. Could we have had a
crazy
match?
because like a year ago, before we found out that she did what she did to Adam Cole and she was fucking Christian, maybe, allegedly.
She wasn't home wrecking, allegedly. I would have been okay.
Well, technically, Christian would be the home wrecker.
They're both in the wrong. I don't care. Fuck it. No. Also, Britt's not good. I get it. She had a lot of issues. She did almost like die and stuff. I get it. But like, we could have done better. We could have had anything. Queen Aminata, though? Goddamn. Beautiful. I also saw Mariah May walk in front of me. Goddamn.
William Gray. Christian is a kindred spirit of yours, or used to be a kindred spirit of yours at one point in your life. Thoughts on a sex ed teacher versus an OBGYN?
I will always swallow anything Willow Nightingale. Christian isn't the bad guy in this situation. Christian is a fuckboy, but he is a very responsible fuckboy because he has openly commented in the past about his relationship with his wife, and they have when I'm away from home, you do your thing, I do my thing, and when we're together, we do it together thing. Okay? Apparently, he told Britt Baker that Britt Baker had a version of that for him, and then Adam Cole was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We've never had that conversation, allegedly. So Christian's not the bad guy here. This is straight up Britt Baker's bad. She's 100%. She home wrecked her own home.
She's like, that sounds really good. I think I could do. Adam said I could do that too, and he's like, oh, cool. And then he did it, and Adam's like, I never
I
said
don't remember that conversation.
Wait, oh, like,
Yeah.
This precious baby.
No, this is Britt Baker's bad, and I don't like her anyways because she's a bully.
She's a bitch.
I bet what happened was she went to Adam Cole and she was like, hey, so Christian told me that him and his wife do this, and he's like, oh, good for them, that's cool. She goes, oh, you said that's cool, so that's cool, and then she went and did it. Look at Will right now.
Look at the screen. That's why.
Because
You
I'm
know who
full
that
of cum
is?
and ready to pump your mom.
Okay, so I take it we don't know who that is. That's why I froze. I was waiting to find out.
I still had the brand stuff up for the sounds I was fucking with you. MVP stopped, dropped, opened up shop as Shelton Benjamin debuts on Dynamite, and Fightful says Lashley got a job there too. So Rough Riders, her business back in business.
I expected Big Bob, right? Like I expected Big Bob to be on screen. I did not expect Shelton Benjamin. The squeal that I let out was like caliber to John Cena showing up at WrestleMania this year type caliber. And I love that for Shelton Benjamin. And I love that for MVP. And I love that for Big Bob when he shows up. I will say, I don't like MVP giving out business cards to Mercedes Moné because we don't want her in the group, sir. We don't need her in the group. We don't need her doing anything. Keep her away from everything. Just put her in the back and have her sit there. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Just outside your mom's house, and that's a request from her. That's not something I'm personally into, but she likes it.
Voyeurism.
Will, I'm scared.
Will,
I don't know what's going on anymore.
put her swallow.
I will forever. You should just set me on a casting couch because I'm always going to swallow the Hurt Business LLC.
Roger that.
Mm-hmm.
Bryan, son of Daniel, takes on Katsuchi Uganda in a fan fiction meets reality wet dream reality rubber match. The son of Daniel gets the win after a couple of voyeurs come into the ring and come ringside and distract Katsuchi. Claudio and Pac hold Bryan while Marina chokes him, and Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati threatens him. Then everyone runs from Wheeler Yuta for some reason, because it was not like it was 4-on-1 and they couldn't take fucking Wheeler.
He had a wrench.
4-on-2 maybe. Orgy commences. They brawl. Guess we're getting tag teamed on Titty Tuesday.
So I didn't get Final Countdown, right? Like he came out to the normal like twerk music, cool, whatever. So I didn't get what I wanted. I did get Final Countdown after Dynamite went off the air, so like it counts, but like not the way I wanted it to. The match was fine. Cool. I want to know, and I talked to Savannah about this. So commentary says someone allegedly is puppeteering Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati. So I would just like to know who people think that is. I'm hearing a lot of people say Shane O'Mac. Thoughts? Anybody?
Are you? Paul, are you not into clowns? Do clowns not give you an erection? Is that not a kink of yours?
Okay.
I'm going to be brutally honest. And I was last week or the week before when I was on, and we talked about the Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness stuff, because Matt was like, Will doesn't like I spit that match, right?
Yeah, you did.
I also spit this one, and I'm one of those, like, Matt said the Fed, the same people who call WWE the Fed call New Japan Nuge, and I didn't realize that until very recently.
Nuge?
Yeah, Nuge. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Awful name.
Yeah.
It is.
But my point is, as somebody who follows news and gets up at 2:00 in the morning to watch pay-per-views, I was not sports entertained by this match. This was very reminiscent of the Nigel match because I remember what happened when these two guys laced up before, and I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. You know, and that was because the one thing you told me about the Nigel match was I don't want to have to go back 14 years to find a good match. Be good now. These guys just recently had a 5-star banger that tore the house down, and then they had a match on Wednesday that literally was only saved by the shit that happened at the end. Like, if it wasn't for Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati and crew, like, this would have been a complete bust as a main event on the 5th anniversary of Dynamite, in my opinion. Like, they saved it. The match wasn't that great. It was a good match that was 20 minutes too long, and because of that, it quickly became an okay match.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I was underwhelmed. I wanted more.
You were there live.
Yeah, and I wanted more from it. So
It's exactly how I felt, Katie. Agreed.
I get it.
Anything from AEW that wasn't good enough for Ritter?
I think you covered everything. I didn't write anything down, but like I'm just trying to remember like off memory. I think you got everything.
I look like Vin Diesel's grandmother?
Oh. Okay.
Does that mean you want to fuck me?
Guilt.
I don't know. I'm into him.
Guilt.
SmackDown. AJ comes back home with a pack of cigarettes and wants everyone to treat him like daddy again. Carmelo isn't having it and said he doesn't take advice from deadbeat dads. AJ wants a match. Melo says, nah, I'm good. And I don't know why, but LA Knight, as US champ, just isn't hitting for me. But he gets a match made, and then it gets thrown out. AJ's leg gave out. He might be really hurt. Melo asked for his title shot at Bad Blood or WrestleMania?
I mean, he's probably just like saying pay-per-views. Like
Those are
he
the
was like,
first two that came to his mind. The next one or the one in 6 months. Either way, I'll take it.
I mean, yeah, he'll take it either way. That it's like AJ coming back and then like legit getting hurt. That sucks. That's not fun for anybody. I got so excited to see Uncle Alan back. Him and Mello were cooking a little bit, and then he got like hurt, and like he left on crutches. I feel bad for him. That sucks. Spit. Also, fuck LA Knight. That's not fun anymore.
Dude, it's not. I don't know
Where's
why.
the LA Knight from NXT?
He just feels like he's kind of ripping off Stone Cold's gimmick, just not as well.
He's not Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Will's just grooving.
LA Knight read the Becoming Stone Cold Steve Austin's for Dummies book, and now he is parading around a mid-card title like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Attitude Era. Carmelo Hayes had a slip-up very similar to the dude from Private Party, because Private Party cut this really great promo on Wednesday that I forgot that wasn't good enough for Ritter, where he was like, I said in January this was the year of Private Party, and we're here for those tag titles. And I was like, bro, it's fucking October. You're a little late. And I felt like that was the same slip-up of Carmelo Hayes here. He was like, either Bad Blood or WrestleMania. And I was like,
Well,
okay.
I think in Private Party's case, I think Quinn was injured for a while, so I don't think they could actually do anything.
That's true, I guess. But that's even the way it was delivered. Both of these were delivered in their promos. I was like,
It was weird.
yeah, neither one delivered real well, but I get what they were trying to say. So I was like, all right.
I forgot about the Private Party stuff because they wrestled on Rampage, and I also watched Rampage, like because it was there, so I forgot that happened.
AEW runs together in my brain, and I apologize for that.
That's fair. I mean, they did do all the fun, the talking stuff on Dynamite, so you're right.
Motor City Machine Guns. I think we're all pretty sure that's who's coming.
If it's not, then we all have been bamboozled completely. Will agrees.
No, they're 100% there. I appreciate the fact that Fightful No Free Shoutouts completely confirmed that whoever leaked the NXT stuff was wrong. And Sean's been killing that recently with like cashing receipts on people who are putting phony news out there. So, one up to them. No Free Shoutouts for doing good jobs.
No free shoutouts. Mad.
Yes. Michin and Chelsea battle to see who is trash. They both look fabulous. Piper comes out dressed like a cowboy beekeeper for minimal damage. Power bomb with wood into the dumpster. Chelsea is officially white trash and apparently still stunk today.
I love they kept it going. Like she's Indy Hartwell called her Machine Gun Smelly on Twitter. I think it's hysterical. Michin is the queen of fucking what they call it, street fights. Obviously she lost to Jada a few months ago, but that's fine. Michin is one of the best women they have to do it. So I think she killed it. Her and Chelsea did great. Piper coming out as a sanitation worker with a cowboy hat. Nice touch. I love that. I like everything about it. And I don't know how Chelsea still smells. Like, she probably showered at least 4 times.
I'm going to be honest with you. With what she was wearing, I don't give a fuck what she smelled like. I'm with Quavo, who was checking her out in the bag. Like, I'm not there yet, but I'm with Quavo.
I just think it's funny that... Also, I think Jalen tweeted it. Why did Grayson Waller and Austin Theory have the fucking cake from Matilda? Like, why did you have a big ass chocolate cake with you backstage? Like, I don't understand. That was just a way to get people on TV without having them wrestle. Just have Chelsea Green walk past them smelling, and then yeah.
Thoughts on Michin, Chelsea Greenwell?
I was really confused about the segment tonight about why she smelled funny until I heard you explain why she smelled funny. I didn't watch most of SmackDown. It was a highlights week for me. So I was like, okay, so then I didn't see that segment, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense now. Okay. So
after a bunch of back and forth, and Tiffy calling BBL Bailey Pam, Bailey takes on 2 girls at the same time and uses Tiffy's toy on Nia. Then Naomi comes out to face Tiffy, who ends up Kaiser rolled and taking an L. This is not her first time being Kaiser rolled.
Not her first time getting Kaiser rolled. I didn't even notice Tiffany calling Bailey Pam, and then everyone was like, "Oh my god, she said Pam!" I literally didn't even notice. But Bailey calling her a stupid bitch was funny as hell. I love it. It's like, yeah, calling someone else a bitch in wrestling, yeah, okay. But, like, putting something in front of it, top tier. Like, and she, like, had a lot of attitude behind it. She said, "This stupid bitch." Like, the inflection.
Probably because she said Pam Bailey.
I didn't even hear her say it. Like,
yeah.
So. And Naomi wins. So.
William.
I like Naomi, and I like the idea of Bailey calling people bitches. So yeah, I'll swallow this.
It's very fun.
All right. God ascends the ladder to heaven and retains the tag team titles, leaving men and Profits beaten off and broken.
Why?
I hate everything about the Street Profits getting screwed over again. That's all I got to say about it.
And like they had beef out there too, and like she took a chair out of Tama's hands, and it seemed like we were gonna do something good and something fun, and something funky fresh. No, God still holds the titles, and the tag division across the board sucks because they're not doing anything with them.
Anything from SmackDown that wasn't good enough for Ritter you guys want to talk about before we finally get to what everyone really wants to hear about, and that is Smash or Pass Bad Blood?
I don't think anything else happened on SmackDown. No. Will didn't watch. He watched the highlights.
Mm-hmm. You covered everything that I saw because that was pretty much the stuff I saw on Twitter.
Will, you got anything from just this week in wrestling that I didn't cover that's not good enough for Ritter? MLW, GCW, WWW?
The rumors were semi-true about the NWA coming off of CW on October 1st. Some of the episodes have, but there hasn't been any official confirmations if they'll be completely removed from the system or not. They have started pushing their YouTubes, their tubes of Ubes, pretty hard. So I think that the CW deal might be folding rather quickly, allegedly. And other than that, that's kind of it. It's been a real quiet week on the indies. There hasn't been a ton going on. So that's pretty much it.
Wait, pick me.
Katie?
On Rampage, that nobody watched, but I just stayed to see, Harley Cameron had a very good match with Queen Aminata. So I will swallow that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, sir. And that's it.
All right. Then that means, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Smash or Pass Bad Blood. First and foremost, our hosts of Bad Blood, Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, in red, in blue, hosting parties, opening the show, looking fine as hell. Smash or Pass?
Smash. Smash a big three. Always. Goddamn. Women in red.
Smash.
All right. 100%. Then we kick off the show with Drew McIntyre losing to Phillip Jesus Brooks in Hell in a Cell. The way they used tables and table legs, because the table was broken. We had wrenches from a toolbox and the toolbox. It was Punk's time of the month, and then Drew synced up, and it was also his time of the month. And I saw people saying they used fake blood. Who gives a fuck? It still looked amazing, and I loved it. Drew dumps out a bag full of beads, and then Punk makes him swallow them before a chain wrapped GTS for the win. Hell in a Cell, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. By the way, my favorite wrestlers all need oxygen after their matches. CM Punk, MJF, The Undertaker.
Well,
Smash. Everything about this. My only critique of this match is it was in my head. It felt about 10 minutes too long. I felt like they could have got everything else done with, about 10 to 15 minutes less. It just, towards the end of it, it felt like it was time to land the plane.
Fair.
I'm smashing. Holy shit, is Drew's back okay? Because when he landed on the steps the way he did, it hurts. I have goosebumps thinking about it because there ain't no way you can try and fake that. There's no way. It was corner of steps, Drew's spine, nothing. There's no way. Is he okay? That's all I want to know, because my God. But I still think this should have closed. I don't give a shit about everything that happened post main event. It was Bad Blood. This was the blood feud. It made sense to close.
Bad blood.
You know how iconic You know how iconic it would have been having CM Punk posing like that in front of the Bad Blood sign to close out the show?
Jalen, when you listen back to
Boy.
this, I need highlights from this to Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. This match specifically. So, hook me up. No, I don't. I mean, it's hard to close with anything but what we close with because of the after shit. So, like, I hear you, but I also agree. This was my match of the night, and it opened the fucking show. And don't get me wrong, I think a lot of people on this card worked hard, but this was. I mean, I've got a video now up of Zoe. It was the only match she really stayed for. She was in bed before Cody Rhodes, unfortunately. But like, she was team CM Punk. And it's like, what about Drew McIntyre? And she's like, where's CM Punk? Like, I fucking love her so much. I like
Your
it.
mic keeps like going like this.
Okay,
Randomly.
good. It wasn't just me.
My
No,
mic?
because I saw you making a face. Well, yeah, it sounds like you just like
You were fishbowled.
yeah, it did
Like
that.
the
a few
Charlie Brown
times.
teacher. I'm sorry, Katie.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Is it just when I turn away, or
It was like you were like facing the mic head on. It also seemed like you were just like talking really fast and not taking a breath, and it seemed like your mic was taking the breath for you.
Are you
It's a
AI?
weird way to think about it, but oh my god, is that real?
Is this
has it
AI,
been
Matt?
happening, or did that just happen?
It just happened for the first time.
I've heard it a few times, but I also pay
Today?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's mainly just been like the past like 20 minutes randomly throughout.
So it's like my service getting nervous too.
It's fine. We're all doing great. We're all having a great time.
That's gonna throw me off more than the dude in the fucking chat talking about how I look like a nutsack. Like,
I knew that threw you off because then your whole attitude changed.
what are you talking about? That didn't throw me off. That threw me off.
Your demeanor changed when that started.
Well, yeah, because I had to clap back. That's different.
You didn't have to.
Nia versus Bayley, WWE Women's Title. Not that was not a Hurricane Rana, but Nia did hit Bayley with the Bayley to belly. Jessica Carr got smashed by Nia, and then after Tiffy saves Nia, Jessica picks up the briefcase as Nia gets up much like the Undertaker, and sees it, and Tiffany is now fucked. Tiffany does cause a distraction. Nia sits on Bayley for the win, and I am jealous.
I mean, everyone should be jealous. Are we done teasing it now? Can we just have Tiffany cash in, because this has been like the same? It's just been a little progression each time she's like kind of cashed in. It's just a little different each time. Like obviously Nia knows you're gonna cash in on her, or you're gonna try. And she even told her, like, hey, you might not want to fucking do that, sweetheart, because I'll kill you. So, I don't know. Her sitting up like Undertaker, that was kind of funny. Because somebody ended up with the gong over it. So, I thought it was funny. But it was
awesome.
It's hard to follow the Hell in a Cell, and I think Bayley and Nia did a good job of being that next one. So, it was a good match.
Agreed.
Right.
Everything you said.
So smash.
Yes, big smash. I love Nia Jax. Her comeback, her time away from WWE not only helped her get over with the crowd, but it facilitated the need for other people to get over in her absence. And people were like, nobody missed Nia Jax till she got back. And then you realized the role that she assumed. You were like, we did need somebody like this. So like her being gone helped herself and a bunch of people on the roster. And now it's all cohesive. So chef's kiss. Yeah.
Triple H reveals the 2024 Family Jewels Championship, where the top men's and women's champions compete to see who has the biggest dick in 2024. The bigger the belt, the bigger the dick, and that belt is huge. Also, for Katie specifically, Gunther is fairly certain he has the biggest dick. He calls Goldberg a one-trick pony and tells Gage he hopes Goldberg is a better father than he is a wrestler, and Goldberg has to be restrained while Sammy sneaks in Gunther's back door for an attack. Smash and pass.
Will, would you like to go first?
I'll just sum it up real quickly. I'm just going to pass everything about this solely because of Bill Berg.
Saudi's not canon. I'm not worried about it.
That's good. Saudi's not canon. I'm not worried about it. Then yeah, fuck it. I still pass. I don't like Goldberg. His son is irrelevant. Adding a title that the Prince of Saudi Arabia paid for with blood money is irrelevant. Like pass
We
all
did
of
that
them.
with the greatest Royal Rumble, and we never saw it again.
Exactly.
Braun won that title.
Braun Strowman's still champion.
Not canon.
Yeah.
Few things. One, Gunther is my new favorite wrestler. He cooked that old fucking man. Cooked him
He
for
did a good
breakfast. As he should. Because I was mad at him when he said Bret Hart that Bill was his favorite wrestler. And I was like, Gunther, don't do that to me. And then he said, ahaha, just kidding. Fuck you. Fuck your son, because he's stupid too. Which that kid grew like a tree overnight. I don't know what happened. This could have been a women's mid-card title. I'll say it. I saw everyone on Twitter saying it. This could have been anything else. But it had to be the biggest belt I've ever seen in my life. Because it's like as big as this cam. That's the front plate. It's this big. For who? For what? So two champions can just fight and see who is the bigger dick? I don't care. Yes, Matt.
You know what else is as big as that can?
What?
Gunther's penis.
I hate you. Didn't happen.
Rhea versus Liv, women's world heavyweight title with Freddie Guerrero in a cock cage. Rhea lets us know that not only is he going in the cage, but the cage is going to go up in the air too, because magically Dom is not just claustrophobic, but also afraid of heights, even though he's been in ladder matches. He wasn't afraid of heights in ladder matches that I remember.
Oh.
He was in a war game cell, and he wasn't claustrophobic in the war game cell.
I mean, it was big, so maybe that's why.
Bigger, but not big.
That's what she said.
Freddie picks the lock. Rhea hits a splash from the top rope with some heat on it and pounds Liv while Freddie watched and then she tells Freddie to suck it. He falls out of the cage. He is dangling by his chastity belt, so Rhea tries to bust him open like a piñata, but Raquel returns to ruin our fun as Liv's heavy.
Pass. This is fucking stupid. I'm over this whole goddamn thing now. This was never about the title. And that's what pisses me off about it. Over Freddie Guerrero, that's what this whole feud has been about. Stupid. A waste of time. A waste of fucking energy. Now Raquel's back. Yay. I mean, I'm happy she's healthy, like, in a completely different aspect. I'm happy she's good and, like, she figured everything out. But, like, her being back, fucking up the finish, still putting Liv on Rhea, even though the bell was already rang. Like, this was stupid. I don't care. Liv's just going to be a champion who doesn't defend it, and it's a whole thing. Also, I really thought Dom was about to die when he fell out of that cage. I didn't expect him to get hung up by his ankle.
It wasn't his ankle, so I looked. He had a harness on for some reason.
Oh, did he?
That's why I said he was caught up by his chastity belt. Yeah.
When I was watching, it looked like it just like caught him like the ankle, like, or a little above it. Will has a secret.
No, I have a lot. Not a lot. I'll keep it short
No, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Here's my opinion on this, okay? They did a great job because they put him in the cage and they were like, hey, we're going to put you in the cage. Dom's scared of heights. Raise him up. But what they didn't do, and I'm gonna admit when I get there, I'll tell you what happened. They didn't do a good job of hiding putting him in the harness, okay? I watched them step into it. It still made me audibly gasp, and Al too, when he flipped head first out of that cage, because we by that point had forgotten that the harness existed. We were like, oh, okay, so in my head I was like, I get it, but like it was well done. I just think it would have been a lot more if they had taken the shot out for the people watching at home to not let us have seen him step into the harness. Again, I'm getting real nitpicky, But I guess that's good that there wasn't more wrong with it for me to be more than just nitpicky. But that's my thing, is they let us see him step into that harness. They shouldn't have let us see that.
I don't even
That was
remember
a production flaw.
Was I paying attention? I might not have been paying attention in all fairness.
I was
It was
paying
real
attention.
quick, and that's one of those, again, like the things that I see that they don't anticipate normal people seeing,
Fair.
But they should. That was a production flaw. If they had not shown that, that would have been perfect. But we
Also,
already knew about the harness.
The ref saying that Rhea can just go beat up Dom, and she's like, I need to go take care of something. He's like, all right, go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah, they deserved it, is what he said. And I was like,
sir, you're on candid camera.
yeah.
Terrible.
So this match was so relevant, I skipped over it, didn't realize it, and you guys didn't say nothing about it. But Damian Priest defeated Finn Balor. That was the thing that happened.
Oh, I forgot that I had that above this. Well, it's because no one in the Judgment Day can have a match without someone else getting interrupted, and it's old. It's like the same thing with the Bloodline. Like, someone always has to get involved, and it's stupid. I mean, Finn lost.
So pass.
Haha. You're the leader. No, you're not. I mean, it's a gargle because Damian won, and he should have won because, yeah. But I'm
Also
sick.
the most forgettable thing on the show.
The most what?
I said it's also the most forgettable thing on the show.
100%. And I did not think that would be the case. I genuinely thought this may have been match of the night going in, and I was wrong. Like, big wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pass.
There we go. Cody and Roman versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. Jimmy is back. He takes out Tama and Tonga. Roman and Cody get the win. Roman leaves. Cody gets gangbanged, but Jimmy's like, hey, remember you said the thing about. He's like, yeah, but that was a one-time thing. He's like, but you said, and it's still the same night. So, like, go. He's like, fuck it. All right, let's go. So they run back down. They help Cody. Roman picks up Cody's belt, stares at it lustfully, hands it to Cody, and then the Rock's music plays. And it's like, well, holy shit. Like, the match ended. We got a gangbang beatdown. We got these three together. Jimmy already showed up. What more can happen? Oh, The Rock. What's going to happen? Absolutely nothing. He is going to stand there and tweak his nipple while raising his eyebrow and staring at we don't even fucking know who in the ring. And here's the thing. Kate was not watching with me, right? So I go in the bedroom and I'm like, dude, I don't know what just happened. She goes, why? I'm like, well, The Rock came out. And she goes, oh, yeah, for like the bloodline thing? I'm like, yeah. So like, is he back with Roman? I'm like, I don't know, because he went like this, and it's like, oh, he's acknowledging the tribal chief. And then he went 2, and then he went 3, and then oddly took 2 fingers across his throat, which I don't know what one finger means. I don't know what 2 fingers mean. I know what 2 fingers plus 1 pinky means.
Why
are talking about this? Because it was 2 fingers. Anyway,
he was giving Cody the shoulder. He was letting
like,
Cody know 2 for the pink, 1 for the stink, motherfucker.
The pinky was not up.
Are you sure?
The pinky was down.
2 for the pink, 1 for the stink. I don't care.
No.
Pinky's up for Ricochet.
Put the pinky down.
Cody Roman tag match. Bloodline loses. And also, like, my thought was Roman was going to come out and he was like going to give the order, and then the new Bloodline was going to run back in, and it was going to be 5-on-3, and like it was going to be a thing. And we're going to find out like Roman is, the higher power all along. But no, did not happen. He just like he stood there with his glasses on. Like sometimes you wear sunglasses so you can look at things you're not supposed to, so your wife doesn't hit you in the back of the head because she catches you. That's what he was doing, because I couldn't see who the fuck he was looking at. But then he raised an eye. What's up, Shadow?
So, and then I guess he went live as soon as Bad Blood went off the air. I've been drinking. I have an excuse.
Is that like Winnie the Pooh?
Listen here, Winnie the Pooh. This is different.
Saw that coming.
So yeah, I guess he went live after. And then we talked about it in the very beginning because TC brought it up. Cody Rhodes got his ass beat in front of his bus by Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens is fed the fuck up now. That's my
Randy gonna
murderous
do?
Canadian teddy bear. I don't know what Randy's doing. I didn't see a video of Randy showing up.
No, I'm
Maybe
just saying, like, in general, like, what's Randy gonna do? Because, like, he's like, I love Cody and I trust Cody and Cody's my boyfriend. And then KO's like, I don't want to have anything to do with him no more. And he needs to mind his own business and then beat the fuck out of him. And now Randy's got to be like, well, you're my friend and you're my friend. And I don't
You're
know
my
which
friend.
way
You're
to
my
go.
boyfriend.
Well, yeah, you're in fucking Canada. Of course you stand KO in that house.
That's true. The match itself, sure. Roman's looking lean and Roman's looking nice. Goddamn. Hoo-hoo. Roman's just pretty to look at. I'll always say that. The match was fine. It was bloodline things. Cody Rhodes was also there. The Tribal Chief. Not fucking Solo's bitch ass. The Tribal Chief was there. Jimmy coming back made me happy because I'm glad Rikishi's cryptic tweets didn't mean anything. So now Jimmy's okay. That makes me feel a little better in life. I don't know why Dwayne showed up with his belt because I'm over it already. It happened and I'm already over it. I'm done. I don't want Dwayne anymore. I didn't want him in the beginning. Y'all can have him. I'm done.
Can't wait to hear you say that on Young Kings tomorrow.
TC knows. I'll say it. I'll say it.
4 of the 5 matches had interference. The only one that didn't have interference was the Hell in a Cell. This very much felt like an Attitude Era-esque pay-per-view from the shenanigans standpoint.
Like, y'all just can't have, like, normal matches anymore?
No,
Overbooked.
It's the Fed.
It's
Katie.
It's Michael Bay if he was producing pro wrestling shows.
Duh, cool.
Everything is larger than life. Everything.
Explosions everywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what.
Yeah,
WWE
but was okay. I hear you, but is this like the first Transformers movie, or is this like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I knew you were gonna say that, and I was gonna say the same thing.
This
was
is
Teenage Mutant Turtles. My opinion.
This
is Milk Money?
No. I'm going to make this analogy, and you guys have both heard me talk about this on Getting Offed. I've used this analogy a lot of times with movies that run long, and I'll make this to my point. When Jimmy Uso interfered with the Hell in a Cell match in 2020 when he saved Jay from getting unalived by Roman, that was Fast and the Furious. It was all about family. What we are right now, we're somewhere around like Fast 7 or 8, where they fucking shot Ludacris into space. We're so far removed from where the story started that Fast 9, that's even better. But that's my point, is we've reached a point where it's like, okay. Like there's not anything else to do, so now we're going to start, like Bloodline in space. Like, that's it. That's my takeaway. Overall, it was overbooked in my opinion. I don't think it was bad, but it's definitely not. The Rock and all the stuff that happened after the fact saved the main event in my opinion.
Oh, shadows for it.
Bad Blood overall, spit or swallow?
I don't know.
I mean, overall, my Lord and Savior Philip Jesus Brooks won Hell in a Cell, and that was enough for me to swallow the entire show. And on top of that, we got Chelsea Green Still Stinks. We had HBCUs and orchestras. We had main event shenanigans. We had The Rock. We had Jimmy. We had a lot of shit. And I'm here for the TV show. I'm not here for the in-ring, so I'm smashing.
I will smash the pay-per-view, but gargle undecidedly and not swallow the finish.
Okay.
I mean, that Hell in a Cell was really good.
It was really good.
And Bailey and Nia was good.
Bailey and I was.
I was about to be like, that one didn't have interference. Yes, it did. Tiffany showed up. Tiffany time.
4 out of the 5 matches.
Yep. Now I believe you. I just, in my brain, I said, that's not true. It was. Sure, I'll smash. Specifically because of the Hell in a Cell and Bailey and
I have a feeling this is going to be unanimous, but let's find out. Katie, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
I'll say Dynamite because I was there.
Okay, it's not unanimous. Will, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
Honestly, I was going to say Dynamite just because I didn't want to be the person that was unanimous. But it's probably a close tie between Dynamite and Bad Blood.
Did we all not talk about how amazing NXT was and how NXT is the best show that WWE is producing? Was that not a conversation we had?
I thought you were going to say Bad Blood.
No.
I always pick the show I go to. You know this. Anytime I go to a show live, I pick the show I go to. You are aware of this.
It the best show. I mean, not for me.
I had people fighting this far away from me. That was fun for me.
You're about to have someone fighting this far away from you.
Let's fucking fight then.
Ew.
Anyway, NXT from Chicago debut on the CW. Trick Williams wins the NXT Championship with CM Punk as a special guest referee. Tony D'Angelo and Obafemi on Miz TV. Cora returns during Lyra versus Roxanne, or Lyra versus, it's Roxanne versus Julia. That's who.
There you
Lyra
go.
There.
Lyra was on Monday.
All good shit. I'm going to go NXT.
I mean, NXT is 9 times out of 10 my favorite show.
Which is why I thought this was going to be unanimous, because it was a really good show.
I mean, I love Trick Williams. I'm happy. But I got to see cool shit live. Like, it's...
You also had to see Jericho twice, which is why I thought maybe you'd settle for NXT, you know?
I blacked that shit out because it doesn't count in my head.
Okay, Shadow, you have horrible taste. That's fine, though.
I literally thought it was the same person. I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. Because it was NXT's the best show, period. NXT's terrible. I quickly glanced and the pictures look kind of the same. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you contradict yourself like that? Never mind.
That's what it's like talking to Scows and Shadow every day. Those two men right there encompasses what it's like to have a conversation with those two men simultaneously.
I have noticed, as of late, I agree with Scales quite a bit on his wrestling takes. Lately.
I mean, Shadow agrees he has terrible taste.
Well, hey, we can agree on that. All right, Will, tell us where we can find you. Plug yourself. We'll plug that in.
First and foremost, as always, I want to thank you and Katie for allowing me to be the honorary oos of Smackin It Raw and getting off in all things Creation World. If you're interested in my shenanigans elsewhere, check my link tree in the bio at the Will Gray. You'll find everything I do for Botch Spots and Chair Shots, Rivet City Radio, and my writing profile for Last Word on Sports.
Katie?
You can follow me on Twitter, KatieWrestling13, link to about to all things Sheila Showcase, twitch.tv/Sheila Showcase, and youtube.com/Sheila Showcase. It's typically Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. Yeah. I was trying to think if I'm doing anything else. Well, I'm reviewing Young Kings tomorrow, but...
Which will drop on Monday.
Yeah.
I may also be there.
Matt might be there. I will be there.
Yes. You guys can follow me at Matt Ridders, at MATTRIDDR, for your wrestling content, at Getting Off for your horror content. The latest episode of Getting Off is available for your viewing live on YouTube right now. Go check it out. It is the Katie Horror Showcase number 7. And we talked about Sleepaway Camp last week. Next week, for Getting Off, we are redoing our Final Destination franchise review. So come check that out. Bakley will be back. Will might be there. Me and Katie will definitely be there. And it is the only podcast I am doing next week. Smackin' It Raw, as far as Katie and I go, is on a hiatus for 2 weeks. Vince has said that one of those weeks he may come on and host a very special Vince and guest episode of Smackin' It Raw. So keep your eye out for that as well. You guys can follow me everywhere else on social at Smackin' It Raw, on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky for Miss... Oh, and TikTok. For Miss Katie Kinsey Bay and the Will Gray. I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast, formerly on Pornhub.